obviously half, if not more, of our job has to deal with emotions.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So, as a first time home buyer, remember it's not just a financial transaction. It's definitely an emotional journey. Um, can you give me one good and one bad example of how emotion, impacted a transaction for you?
Sure. Let's start with the bad ones because I remember those more vividly. Um, I actually just had one where we had an inspection come back and this couple just like freaked out, man. I mean, you would have thought that the homeowner like went in the house and broke things before the inspection. Like they were so offended at some of the things that came back on the inspection, and it's like this is a used home. Like what did
Somebody
you
lived here.
and like all of the things that the inspector has notated are not like
Dire.
well, no, it's not only that, but it's like they're not things that like the seller like went and did intentionally.
Just wear and
It's just
tear
wear and
type of.
tear. But they were like they're upset, and so that deal ended in a mutual release. Which, by the way, fun fact I just heard is right now over 20% of transactions are ending in mutual releases. It's the highest that we've seen in over a decade. Is
Mm.
right now in this market. I've got some ideas as to why, but that's very interesting to me. Emotionally, in terms of good situations, I mean, I've seen lots of tears in a good way. Um, I try to tug on those heartstrings early on in the phone call. One of the things that I always ask is, what's made you decide to purchase now? And nobody gives me the real answer the first time, so usually start digging. Um, but the ones that emotionally feel really good is I do run into situations where we've got like single mothers or even just couples that have children that are currently renting and they really want their kids to grow up in a home where it's their house and they know that they're not renting it. They know that there's no possibility that the landlord's going to raise rent or worst case even say, hey, we're going to go ahead and rent this to someone else. So that stability in regards to home ownership when children are involved is very exciting.